Hello and welcome to the last Power Rangers off-season reviews video of 2015. That's right, we're just a few days away from the debut of Power Rangers Dino Charge. First things first, I have an unfortunate bit of housekeeping to attend to. It was my intention to get the Operation Overdrive vs. Super Megaforce video up before the clip show video. However, I ended up needing to cut a section out of it, and when I tried to export it, something went wrong and the video disappeared. Now, unfortunately, just a couple of days before that, I had emptied out my raw footage folder, so I can't even export from the project file. That video is 100% gone. And no, I will not be recreating it. Just to give you a quick recap of it, I compared the two shows in 7 different categories and ended up deciding that Super Megaforce was the worst season of Power Rangers. Interestingly enough, the viewer's choice vote as of the time I intended to publish the video was actually a 5-5 draw. Now, other votes have come in since then, but I think it just goes to show how equally hated the two shows are. The channel shout out for that week, and thus this week, is Shaden Shergill, who makes videos about Nintendo video games. I did want to make sure to get his shout out in, especially since I'm not going to be doing channel shout outs during regular season reviews. Also, Orange Ranger Videos has hit the social media world with the force of an Ultra Zord. You can check out the Facebook page at this link. Find us on Twitter at this link. And check out our pictures on Instagram at this link. Make sure you follow each one of those accounts to find out the very latest about Orange Ranger videos. As time goes on, one of my goals for this year is to make Orange Ranger videos a Power Rangers YouTube destination. So I'm going to be moving my other videos over to my core account, Sean Fowler. But don't worry, I'll be telling you about those videos when they go up so you can watch them if you want to. Weekly disclaimers aside, it's the most wonderful time of the Power Rangers year. We are just days away from the debut of a brand new season of Power Rangers. So, what am I hoping to see from this brand new season? This new team of Power Rangers? To paraphrase Zero Punctuation again, it would be tempting to say that it'll be good and knock off for lunch. But that would be a pretty short video, and you guys know that I just don't do short videos. Now, I'm going to try to avoid this becoming a Why Super Megaforce Was Bad video, but of course some comparisons are gonna be necessary. Rangers. I really would like to see some more depth and characterization for the Rangers. 40 episodes of the Megaforce story, and we know next to nothing about those Rangers. All we really got were informed attributes. Jake likes soccer, Gia is tough but has a soft side, Emma takes pictures, Troy's the leader, and Noah's the nerd. Now, I'm already hopeful that we'll get some deeper characters in Dino Charge, and one reason is that some of the attribute characteristics have already been released in bios about some of the characters. The Blue Ranger is a caveman, the Black Ranger is a flirt, the Pink Ranger is kind of a tomboy, etc. Getting those surface level attribute type characteristics out of the way now before the show even begins makes me more hopeful that the show will really delve into some of these characters' backstories. I just really don't want another Gia situation. For dynamic as the character was on the surface, they just did very little with her. I'd like all of the Rangers, at least the core ones, to get good, strong backstories and characterization. Zords and Powers. This is a big one for comparison to Super Megaforce, but please, Dino Charge, grant new powers and Zords with some modicum of sense. Super Megaforce was infuriating in granting new Zords and powers just willy-nilly with next to no connection to anything even happening in the story. Now, Dino Charge is already giving me a Lightspeed Rescue kind of vibe, as there seems to be a character in the cast who serves as a technical advisor, giving the Rangers new tech and weapons. And really, that's all that's needed. She's in the lab, constantly working to provide the Rangers with new tech and weapons. That's it. This point is going to sound a little disingenuous since as a Sentai fan I kind of already know, but I would really love to see another all Zords Ultra Zord. Megaforce had one, but it was really just all of the headers and it didn't give any idea that it was massive. Super Megaforce had only one of the core Zords, the Sky Ship, in its Ultra Zord. I love combining all of the Zords, and I'm hoping to see that happen in Dino Charge. In the same vein, I want to see a lot of Rangers. I'm talking SPD level. Now, I'm not sure how the format of these seasons is going to work, if they're going to have time for that, if they need to squeeze all of Kyoryuger into 20 episodes, or if they're going to give it 2 seasons. But I love seeing huge teams of Rangers, lots of interesting colors and weapons, etc. Oh right, speaking of colors, a side note. Dino Charge will be the first season of Power Rangers not to feature a yellow Ranger. This is compensated a bit for by the suits, which feature a lot of yellow on them themselves. The reasoning for not having a yellow Ranger is actually kind of silly. The producers of Kyoryuger felt that yellow was growing to be a feminine color with the fan base, and they didn't think it would be believable for 2 girls to be able to defeat dinosaurs, a requirement for the Rangers to get their powers in that show. This viewpoint is not only sexist, but just downright silly. I'm happy to report that the season following Kyoryuger, ToQger, did feature 2 female Rangers and one of them was yellow. And the upcoming season, Ninja, features a male Yellow Ranger. So that viewpoint seems to have been finally kicked to the curb. Mentor. Boy, do I miss having a good, solid, proper mentor character. Anybody seen Mentor G? I know that not having a mentor made number 10 on my top 10 mentor list, but I just really appreciate a good, solid leader character. It helps the Rangers out and just makes the operation feel much more solid. Gosei was really bad in this regard, as he was just kind of there and handing out powers at random. For everything that's been leaked out and shown about Dino Charge so far, we have yet to see a real mentor character for the Rangers. Kyoryuger provided a great one, a Doggy Kruger type giant blue bird man named Torin. Though, while Kyoryuger seemed to go more mystical, Dino Charge seems to be leaning a bit technological, so Torin may not appear. However, leaked episode summaries do mention a character called Keeper, so maybe? Villains. Megaforce and Super Megaforce did not really have terrible villains, and I say that even with Vicar making number 2 on my worst villains list. Megaforce used a creative, consecutive faction system. None of the villains were terribly deep, but it kept things fresh. And while Vicar was a horrible villain, the ensemble cast around him had some interesting characteristics. Some seasons have had original villains, some seasons have used the Sentai villains. Dino Charge seems to be doing both. We've seen a wonderful looking original villain named Sledge, an intergalactic bounty hunter who is after the Energems. But we've also seen one of his generals, Fury, and he comes from Kyoryuger, as well as another villain who also comes from Kyoryuger. It's going to be interesting to see how they mix the villain footage together. Now, what I actually don't want to see is Sledge just sitting in his ship, sending Fury to go down to fight the Rangers in stock footage. I want Sledge to get involved himself, fighting the Rangers in original footage. Now, I do think that that will happen, call it optimism if anything else, but I have to admit that the former is possible. Who are the GoBusters? This is kind of a wild card, but it does tie into my hopes for the season. In between Gokaiger, the Sentai that became Super Megaforce, and Kyoryuger, the Sentai that is becoming Dino Charge, there was a Sentai season that is not getting directly adapted, the first to have that happen since Kaku Ranger. It was called Tokume Sentai GoBusters, and its theming was spies and secret agents. It was a pretty strong season, especially in its second half, and I recommend it if you watch Sentai. However, the show didn't have a collectible gimmick such as cards or keys, and it took a while for it to get going, leading to both low ratings and low toy sales, two key factors in the decision for adaptation, thus skipping ahead to Dino Charge. However, inside sources have said that GoBusters will be worked into Dino Charge in some fashion. They could use their Zords, they could use their suits as a power-up, well, at least red and blue. It's just something that's going to be very interesting to see and something that we're going to have to wait and see on. Alright, that's going to do it for the last Power Rangers off-season reviews video of 2015. That's right, tune in to Nick. This is an Orange Ranger Videos special report. Hey there, Ranger fam, it's me, Sean. As I am editing the video that you are now watching, you can see it is about 2 a.m. So why am I working on a video so late? The real answer to that question would be that I usually am, but specifically this time, I have a very important reason to do so. The Power Rangers Twitter account issued a challenge, a very easy challenge I might point out, to their over 51,000 followers to retweet a picture of the Dino Charge team to unlock the first episode, Powers of the Past, a week early. You might remember that they did something very similar during Super Megaforce as the hiatus was ending. They wanted a picture to get a certain amount of likes to get an episode posted 1 week early. They wanted their followers to retweet this picture and for it to get 100 retweets by that evening to unlock the first episode 1 week early. Obviously, within 3 or 4 hours, it had 8 times that amount. And so the episode was unlocked, and it was posted on nick.com sometime around midnight. It might have been 11:30, but sometime around midnight. So the episode, Powers from the Past, is actually up right now on nick.com for you to watch. So I had to get this little bit into this video to let you guys know that yes, I realize that the episode has been posted, and also to let you know that yes, I will be watching the episode and getting my review up sometime early next week. I'm going to aim for Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to aim for Monday because it's coming out a day earlier than like the Saturday normal timetable. So I'm going to aim for Monday, Tuesday at the latest. This is Porthos. Say hi, Porthos. My assistant, my other assistant besides Kaizuko, of course. So I'm going to be aiming for Monday to get my review of Powers from the Past up for you all to know how it went if you want to watch it on the website, or you can even watch it on the website. Alright, now back to your regularly scheduled review. To see the very first episode of Dino Charge, Powers from the Past. Millions of years after the mysterious and powerful Energems were entrusted to the now extinct dinosaurs for protection from a ruthless bounty hunter, a pair of courageous teens find themselves in possession of 2 of these long-lost precious artifacts and come face to face with a monster who will do everything in his power to steal them for himself. I'd like to thank you all for sticking with me through what was a somewhat shaky off-season. I am going to work on getting videos out more regularly as we move into Dino Charge. Subscribe to the channel to see new Ranger videos whenever I post them. Make sure to check out all of those new social media accounts I mentioned. Like the video by clicking that like button right down below. And leave me some comments and let me know what your hopes are for Dino Charge. Until then, may the power protect you. Bye.